Hello, you guys. We are here to talk about some books that I've absolutely loved. But right now, I actually am currently going through a reading slump, which is not fun. I think these happen probably a few times a year. But I wanted to help you guys out if you're going through a reading slump. And these are books or different genres that I've actually picked up. And I've actually enjoyed these books. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any reading slump recommendations, like what books got you out of a slump, comment them down below because it'll definitely help me out because I really am trying to pick up a book that I enjoy and I'm thinking about a thriller, but I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and get started. I did want to mention, I recommend rereading books that you read when you were in high school. So I'm considering rereading The Hunger Games because I just got the new book from The Hunger Games. I'll pop that on the screen here. And I want to reread the books before I read the new release. So maybe that'll get me out of the slump. But like I said, comment below what you guys recommend. So let's go and get started. We're going to start off with a banger because actually the first two on the stack are two of my favorites of this year so far that I've read. So we have Kristen Higgins's Pack Up the Moon. This genre, I would say, is probably literary fiction. It does have romance, but it has a lot of grief in it. There is death in here. There is a husband grieving. I definitely recommend reading the back of this book. So this book is just so good. I love this book. I laughed and cried. I even annotated this book. And I was up till like 3 a.m. reading this. So I definitely recommend this one. I'm going to do my best with reading synopsis, but I'll probably just hit a couple keynotes because we don't want this video to be 45 minutes long because we don't got time for that. We have to read. So Wayward by Amelia Hart. Oh my God, this is her debut novel and it was so good. So I just got The Sirens, her second book. So maybe that'll be another one to get me out of a slump. But her book, Wayward, is so good. It has 3 POVs, so I'm giving you guys a heads up on that. It has a little bit of magic. It has these characters intertwined somehow, and I don't want to ruin that for you, but it has a cozy, cottagey feel. If you want, I don't know what this is really considered. Maybe it is literary fiction. I wouldn't say there's romance in here at all. It's definitely like a girl power book. I was trying to remember just strong female characters. There's no trigger warnings, but I would say read this book with caution in some places, and you guys know if you've read it, but there is some serious issues, maybe some SA in there. So if you know what that is, just letting you guys know, but it is a really good book. I rated, I think, both of these books 6 stars this year. These next 2 books are a couple of my favorite female authors. They are romance books, so we're going to change gears. So we have Sarah Adams. I love Sarah Adams. This is I forgot the name of the series, but they're all sisters. This is Practice Makes Perfect. This is the second book in the series. I messed up. When in Rome, I'll pop that picture on the screen, is the first book in this series. This is the second book. But they're all sisters, and I think the 4th book comes out early next year or later this year. And all the books are just so good. They make you feel good. They're pretty simple. They're not like, oh, I'm reading forever, I'm bored. No, these have so many fun little things in it, a lot of banter, and I love good banter. I love to laugh out loud. Love these books. Absolutely love them. All the sisters are different, so you're not going to read the same book, but they are in all the books. So I recommend starting with When in Rome, which is the first one. Practice Makes Perfect, then Beg, Borrow, or Steal, and then the new book, I don't know the title yet, but if I know the title by the time of editing, I'll pop the new title on the screen. Next is one of my favorite romance authors, probably, I don't know, I probably have a top 5. If you want to see a top 5 video of all my favorite female authors, let me know. I'll probably just do romance though. So Tessa Bailey. Tessa Bailey, I actually got to meet her in Texas, and this is the book that I got at the signing, and this is Dream Girl Drama. Tessa Bailey just knows how to write a good book. She does have spice in her books, which you can definitely skip over. I would say this is probably her spiciest book. I love these main characters, though, of this. There is a whole series. I think the first book is the golf book. I could be wrong. if it's not that one. But that one is Fangirl Down. I think that is the first one. If not, I'll put the other book on the screen. But this book is good. It has a hockey star and a harpist. If you're a musician like me, you appreciate having a musician female character. I love that. So I really did love this book, and it is a pretty edition. And I love any of her books. I just wanted to show that edition. So this book is actually one that I listened on audiobook, and this is a literary fiction. This is The Wedding People by Allison Eastbatch, and this book was great. I was literally laughing out loud. The banter in this is ridiculous. So if you love a good laugh, this is just great. There is some, I would say, a lot of sadness and such. So make sure you read the trigger warnings and read the synopsis of this book. But it's really good. Like I said, I love good banter in a book. This was my favorite book of last year. So I thought I'd let you guys know, because if you are in a slump but you don't want to read anything too like a fantasy book. So this is kind of like a fantasy / dystopian, but it doesn't have too much of world building. That's what I'm trying to say. The Grace Year, I have recommended this to so many people. This book is great. It is a mixture of The Hunger Games and Handmaid's Tale. Such a good book. So I'm going to always recommend this. And I hope I get to reread this year. An amazing book. And you look at the cover, you're like, oh, it's cute. And then you see the blood and you're like, oh, snap. So make sure you guys read it. Like I said, a great book. Let's kind of change it up. I like to change it up if you couldn't tell. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of mangas that I do have. Both of these are actually on Webtoon if you're familiar. If you're familiar with anime and manga. Anime is usually on a TV or a phone or a tablet, whatever. But manga is a printout, or you can scroll manga. So I feel like I explained that like so weird, but if I did it wrong, I'm sorry. I feel like I maybe flipped something around and said something wrong. So let's just show you guys. This is one of my favorite mangas. This is the Cursed Princess Club, but if you like Sailor Moon, you could read Sailor Moon. I have a Secret Garden one. I have like Pride and Prejudice manga. So if you like to just look at pictures and some words, and you're just not in the mood to sit down and read a large chapter book, I fly through these like within a day. Yes, they're like 150 pages, but it's so easy to just peruse the books and just take a picture. So this is one of my favorite series. I've read the 4 that are out currently, and I cannot wait to read volume 5. And then we have Lore Olympus. Most of you guys know Lore Olympus. This is volume 6, but I have, I think, all of them. Lore Olympus is great. It's a Hades and Persephone kind of retelling. I love the color scheme. This one I would say is more of the mainstream one. There's a lot of merch like at Books A Million and Barnes. But I love this series. I have not read volume 6, so I don't want to ruin it for myself. But I did want to show you guys the cover. I think the newest one that came out is volume 7 or 8. So I've been collecting them, but I think I've read through volume 5, I believe. So let's get into another literary fiction. I feel like I've been reading a lot of literary fiction because it does have different elements of romance, drama. It has like a good balance of things. So this is one of those. This is The Wishing Game. A lot of you guys have heard of this. This is by Meg Schaefer. This reminds me kind of Willy Wonka. And, but the main, I would say, protagonist, I guess, is an author. So there is a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of serious issues like with foster care and stuff. So I really do like this book. It's not what you expect it to be. So I just want you guys to know that. It's just very different than what I thought it was. And I feel like I should have read this a lot sooner because this book came out in 2023. And it was one of the book finalists of the year for Book of the Month. So I recommend you reading this. And it's not what you think it is, but it is very good. So I think I rated this 4 or 5 stars. And last but not least, if you've been a subscriber for a while, you know that I love thrillers. I absolutely do. I don't read them a lot. I go through phases. And I think that's good for mental health reasons. But let's go ahead and talk about The Housemaid. So we have The Housemaid. I feel like a lot of people enjoy this. I have not finished this series. I've read all the way through 2.5. So I've read 1, 2, and I've read the novella. I have not read The Housemaid is Watching. I have it. I have it on my Kindle as well. I have not read that. But Never Lie, I would say, is my favorite Frida McFadden book. I do have it physically, but I did want to mention The Housemaid because the movie comes out this year. So if you guys are interested in that, I think there's going to be like a spinoff or a sequel. They're talking about that as well. So I did want to mention this as a thriller. There's a few thrillers I do like. I can do a whole video on thrillers if you're interested. But this book, I would say, would definitely get you out of a slump. It's definitely a page turner. And I definitely like this book more than books 2 and 2.5. So I would say book 1 is the best. And that's just my opinion. That is the video for today. If you guys have any recommendations, like I said, comment them down below. Have you read any of these books that I recommended? And if not, let me know if you take my recommendation, because I love to know if you guys read The Gracie or any of these mangas or books in general. Literary fiction, I'm just saying, it's becoming one of my favorite genres, and I am surprised myself. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.